Robert talks to Gareth Hoyle of Marketing Signals. Straight from university, Gareth started his own digital marketing agency from which Marketing Signals has grown. A commercial mind with deep technical understanding, he conveys comprehensive digital marketing knowledge in a straightforward and easily understandable way to stakeholders of all levels. Robert and Gareth discuss challenging the existing agency model. What are the secrets of success? Is it a hamster wheel or a flywheel? Are agencies shortchanging clients? Plus, much more.
Hello and welcome to the GYDA Grow Your Digital Agency Initiative Talks. And today I am absolutely delighted to have with me the wonderful Mr. Gareth Hoyle.
Thank you. Good to be here, to be honest with you, Rob. It's been a while. We've discussed it a few times about getting me on. So here we are. It only took a second lockdown.
The second lockdown. It's great to have you on board. And so people will probably know you, Gareth, from seeing you on stage in anywhere in the world. Just tell us, just for those of you who don't know who Gareth Hoyle is, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Yeah, so I've been running agencies or digital businesses, shall we say, for 15 years now. Quite successfully, I would argue. I've worked in product and service, so I've built up and exited a software business. I've built up, broken by Google, and built up digital agencies over the years. There was a point where I was quite infamous for completing the wheel, shall we say, as I built a lot of links and introduced a link removal tool. Now I build links again. Probably quite well known for, as Rob says, being on stage, but not just speaking, but also presenting. So I own more tuxedos than I do suits. And hopefully, I'd like to think that I'm quite well known in the industry as being a safe pair of hands, and I certainly deliver what we say we're gonna deliver.
So a safe pair of hands for what? What in this great thing we call digital marketing? Where is the bit that Gareth Hoyle kind of focuses?
Yeah, I think as an agency we focus on search, so PPC and SEO. I think for what we're probably the most world famous for, if you like, I'm not a big fan of the phrase, but what we're most well known for, should we say, renown, link building, really. So that dirty, horrible side of SEO that nobody likes to talk about, but everyone does. Let's be honest.
So. I mean, the question has to be, what makes you different from the rest? Why should people come to you when they can go to so many other people?
Yeah, and valid point. There are certainly more entrants in the link building market now than there ever has been. I think part of that is Google's fault for not updating the link-based algorithms for a while. So a lot of people are seeing too good a result from links. In terms of what makes us different, experience, trust. Links are still a very important part of SEO, and it's also the easiest part to get wrong. Therefore, I do think that you should choose your link building partners more. As an agency, we're commercial nerds. We don't have a salesperson. There's 20 of us. We try and consider ourselves more as a trading partner with our clients rather than an agency trying to sell you an extra 5 hours a month. I believe that the big isn't best, which is something that we speak about quite a lot, Rob. We are a team of 20 at the moment, and it's probably 5 more than I'd want to be. I would rather be, I don't know, I guess we pick our customers as much as they pick us, which is quite a nice position to be in. And I think that comes down to, again, the trading partner rather than an agency. This isn't you're buying 10 hours and we'll complete X. If we're going to be working with, so we only have 15 brands that we work with at any one time. And if we're running all the SEO and all the PPC for that brand, then we kind of have to believe in it. Whilst we won't drink all the Kool-Aid, we have to believe in their fundamental values, and we have to market their business. So I think by only taking on work that we believe in kind of helps us stand out. We get many a shocked face when we refuse work. That's just the way we've always been for 15 years, and that's the way we'll be for the hopefully I'm not running it, but for the next 15 years. But I do think there's things like that. And again, we don't have salespeople. So the downside to that is quite often the clients are stuck with myself before I hand them over to the talented team. But we focus on just being the best at what we do rather than chasing money. So I think that's some of the things that make us stand out. I also think the fact that I'm 2 meters tall, 100 kilos, and quite an extrovert in an introverted world probably helps a little bit.
But I remember you saying to me that the problem with lockdown, yeah, is that most of your business took place in the bar, without being disrespectful. Yeah. But it was, should we just say, socializing and networking was the most effective
after
way.
Events. Yeah, after events, we like to think.
of growing the business. So it's fair to say, as an outsider giving you constructive feedback, that people remember meeting Gareth Hoyle. And that I was thinking about this last night. The personality type of most agency owners is not extrovert, is not loud, is not opinionated, but is definitely
just got again attacked by a dog in the background.
I know, that's okay. I was wondering what that was.
Lockdown life. We'll work from home now, guys.
The dog is here. That's fine. The majority of agency owners are quite timid folk. They're not out there. And I think that one of the things about, everyone knows you once they've met you. They don't forget you because you are larger than life and you tell things as they are, and so on and so forth. So I guess that, your business without Gareth Hoyle in it would hardly be a business. Would that be fair to say?
I think it would be more of a business now than it ever has been. It's something that I've been working on for the last few years. And I think that you'll probably find that 90% of agencies are in a similar boat, where it is the leader driving sales and especially at the under 25 members of staff. I think that it is a fundamental flaw of most small businesses in that, people are buying into the dream that I'm selling, if you like. Last couple of years, I have been working hard to try and remove myself as the face of the business. It's difficult because we've tried taking on salespeople, but the short-termism in their mindset really bothered me, to the point where we decided that no, we're just going to not have salespeople and we'll muddle our way through in the way that we have done forever. I also think I'm 40 this week. I think I've got a few years of work left in me yet. I don't necessarily want to be at the coalface for the next 20 years, but if I was going to go down the process of trying to exit my business or find a buyer or be strategically acquired, which is what I think is more likely to happen to a company like Marketing Signals, then I would like to think that some of the value would come from the fact that I would be working there to a certain point. The idea would be, for me, in terms of what I would be looking for, is to be part of, I kind of feel like I'm ready for something a bit bigger. What I suppose I've learned over the years is I'm not a hiring manager. I'm not very good at HR in general. I am probably better delegating some of the softer tasks to people that have better, softer skills than me, shall we say. I'm quite abrupt at times, as I'm sure many people will attest to. And at the moment, I kind of feel like with our current turnover and profit, etc., I don't have the resource to take on a hiring manager, to take on all these wonderful skills that it would be amazing to have at my disposal, that I just can't afford to take on myself. So I think that would be quite appealing to but then what would my role be? I don't know. Would I just be the sales director? Would I be very good at reporting into someone? Well, that's a no.
But that's a really common. This is a really common story. Maybe not maybe because of your larger than lifeness, it's all exaggerated a bit, but it's the same thing for everyone, which is it kind of goes from, you know, the kitchen table to the dining room table to the garage, and then we've got an office, and now I employ 10 and now I employ 20. And what I used to love, which was, you know, being on a laptop and being pretty good at sales, suddenly, you know, my job is, you know, managing director with a board of directors and making people do stuff. And it's not a journey that everyone makes smoothly, you know, because when you're on your own, you can do your own thing and you make all the money. Now suddenly you're dependent on other people, customer facing, and kind of all that stuff, which kind of brings me to, yeah, I'd be really interested to understand, what do you we'll use the word agency for now. I'm sure that'll fall apart before the end of the interview. But what do you think is required to get an agency not just up and going, but growing? What do you think is it the same as any other business, or is there something unique about the agency world that we're in?
Yeah, I mean, we are marketers. Like by default, we should be okay at marketing our own businesses. And I agree that, like, my website doesn't rank. I think our most trafficked organic search term to our website is something to do with Hootsuite. And we don't even care what we rank for. We don't do any paid ads ourselves. So it's a funny place to be. So, but again, secrets to success. What do I think we need to grow an agency? Always be selling. Doesn't matter. I mean, we were speaking before about we're kind of nearly at capacity at the moment, and we're hiring, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop selling, because tomorrow a customer could serve us notice. Tomorrow, an opportunity to hire 2 new members of staff that can add some real value to my business may arrive. So I need to make sure I've got pipeline coming to keep them busy. I also, from a business owner's point of view, one thing that I have done over the last couple of years is I massively value reading and thinking time. So actually just turning your phone off. I went from book to Kindle. I'm now back to book, because although Kindle doesn't have distracting icons and stuff, if I'm on a Kindle, I've got my phone in the hand, I pick my phone up, I start reading a book, my inbox starts going, my Slack starts going. Whereas I find that if I just leave my phone on my desk and go and sit with a book on a chair, I come up with some, I think they're quite good ideas. I'm sure my team would argue against that. But yeah, I do think that it's very easy to, so life is tiring, work is tiring, burnout sucks. I burnt out probably 2013, 2014, when I made some pretty shitty decisions at work that didn't work out. We nearly lost the business. I had some stuff going on in my personal life that affected everything that I was doing. Rest every now and again, I guess. Everybody seems to think that the route to success is 15-hour days. I would argue the route to success is 7-hour days, and then go and manage that balance between keeping I have a wife and 2 children. They need keeping happy. I have a business and 16 children. They need keeping happy. You can't do everything at once. And I used to think that working hard meant success, and working smart equals success, in my opinion, these days.